Hello everybody, welcome back Crash Nation. Here we are in another episode of the Hamilton Tigers, looking to go up to the trade deadline here and see if we can take advantage of this division. First game this month, we have a big test. Washington Capitals first period. We come out flying 3-0. Texe, Kotkaniemi, and Tyler Janot on Vanacek. Second period, make that 5-1. Andrew Cup and now it's I follow. Being outshot, but does not seem to matter. Third period, can we add on to the lead? Capitals all over us. We're still up 5-1. Being outshot does not seem to matter. Billy Husso, definitely the better goaltenders tonight. As we get outshot by 10, but win 5-1. Texe with his 9th. Kotkaniemi, Janot with their 10th. Top with the 12th. I follow with the 11th. Nice. Scoring all around from the Tigers. But Samuel Girard gets hurt with some injured ribs. He's going to miss a few games there. No, we're not going to trade Tanev. Alright. And a couple depth signings for our AHL squad come through. No, we're not going to meet that trade either. Jake Wallman. He's 26 years old. Sure. Another depth piece for AHL squad. For one half of a season, why not? Pittsburgh Penguins now. In the igloo. A former igloo, I should say. Let's look at the lines there. See who's ready to come back, who's not. And yeah, we'll leave Ijek there with Tanev. Why not? Alright. Game 2 of the month, Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby. First period, down 1-0 early, a rust on Husso. Penguins majorly outplaying us. Second period, and it's just a cluster. Well, keep it PG. Dumpster fire. We'll call it a dumpster fire. And the second game of the month is the Pittsburgh Penguins are just been obliterated in us. Taking advantage of home ice advantage to another level. Shane Wright avoids the shutout. Malkin comes right back. Gives them a 6-goal lead. 7-1 victory for the Penguins here in Game 2 this month. Not the game we were hoping to have. But we'll move on now as we have Ottawa Senators. First period, down 1-0 early. Brady to check on Husso. Second period, we tie it back up. Andrew Kopp on Forsberg. Third period, we have someone that can come up and the big minutes for us. Ottawa Senators right behind us in the standings. Could be a big game for both squads here. Oh, and we got some overtime. Let's see if we can take advantage of it. As we hop into overtime here at the 4:28 mark, the Tigers and Senators tied at 1. Some hits leaders, Andrew Kopp, sitting in the top 10 in NHL in hits, leading us in points and hits. That's what you want to see out of Andrew Kopp. Senators face-off win, one-timer stopped by Billy Husso, who's looking fresh. Oh, bad turnover by Kopp though, Chabot. Try and make something happen. Alright, come on, Iafallo, try and make something happen. Gets a weak shot away. And the Senators are coming back the other way now. The Brinkett. Batherson. Nothing happening there. Chernak passes back up top. Andrew Kopp. And he can't make anything happen. Batherson. The Brinkett. The Brinkett coming in. But Billy Husso with another stop. But he turns it over himself. And he has to make the biggest stop of the game. Stretching out with the blocker. Chabot turns it over to Kopp. Then Chernak. Some fresh legs. Senators are outstating us there. We're working slow out there. Senators come back now again to bring Jets. Chabot. Another stop by Huso. Senators are all over us in overtime here. Come on, Shattenkirk. You got a chance for a breakaway to bring Jet. Hit that Batherson bat checks. Forces a turnover and back to the Senators now. Brady to Chuck. Senators captain. Gets checked by Kotkaniemi. Trying to find someone open. To Birakasti. And he turns it over just on the side of the blue line. And back come the Senators once again. Chabot. And on the rebound, Fuso with the first up, but Sam Gagner doesn't get his stick checked, and the Senators, they dominate in overtime. Fuso can only make so many stops, but they come away with that extra point behind us in the standings. Get that big point here, see if it will dictate future standings. But man, oh man, we just can't pull away with one in overtime there. Alright, this we now set 1-1 to start the month of February here. Next up, the Florida Panthers. See if we have a rebound game here in Sunshine State. In the interdivision game, McLeod opens up on the Bobrovsky. Second period, Formanton on Bobrovsky. I follow, alright. And hijack on Bobrovsky, alright. But Anthony Duclair comes back and gets one on Huso. I followed. It's his section of the game. Man, oh man. Talked about stories of goaltenders here today. 5 goals on 16 shots for us, and Huso stops 37 of 38. That's huge. My goodness. McLeod with his 10th, Formanton with his 12th. I follow with his 12th and 13th on the year, and Hijack gets his second of the year. Some depth scoring for the Tigers here today. With Shane Wright. He's going to be out for a few. And Samuel Girard looks like he's back. So nice to see him. But we'll put Tyler Janot on the first line. For now, maybe. And Samuel Girard, get back there. Alright, it's after fiddling with the lines. There we go. Once Shane Wright comes back, we'll have to fiddle with him again, but that's what the lines will look like until then. Alright. Got the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. I wish they were still called. Coming in as the next game now. Andrew Copp is still leading the team in points. First period, in Cops Coliseum. Tyler Janot on Gibson. Raquel on Huso. Second period. Anthony Mantha, I follow, and Kotkaniemi. Big second period there. Can we follow it up? In the third. The Ducks still don't even have 20 shots on net, and Formanton gets one on Gibson. Power play for the Ducks. Doesn't seem to matter. Come on. And Sonny Milano gets one on Huso. 3. And they start to pile on the shots, but too little, too late. 5-3 victory for the Tigers. It's Tyler Janot with his 11th. I follow with his 14th. Mantha with his 8th. And Formanton with his 13th on the year. With 5-3 victory. Tyler Janot is hurt, but looks like he can play through it. Got the red hot Blackhawks. Man, oh man. Wasn't expecting them to have that record this year. Next up, first period versus Chicago. Big offensive period for both teams. 5 goals combined. I follow with 2. Mantha with 1. Second period, it's tied at 3. Riley Smith on Huso. See who can come away with a deciding goal here late in the third now. Power play for Chicago. Oof. Nail bite time here, go. And we're going overtime. Shots 36-35, and we win it right in overtime. Andrew Copp, game winner. Coming in clutch. Manfield is 9th. Elijah Follow with his 15th and 16th on the year. Andrew Top is 14th, winner in overtime. Alright. JC Fitzgerald. No, it's okay. We're not going to worry about taking you right now. San Jose Sharks. Next up. Alright. Made some changes, put Shattenkirk back in the lineup. Shane Wright still going to be out these next 3 games. First period versus the Sharks. 1-1 through 1. Chris Tanev, ball people, getting in on the goal action. Alright, second period. Big second period there. Formerton, Top, and Kovalsar on attacking in. Third period, can we pull away with it? Power play. Nothing doing there. Timo Meyer's short-handed. Timo Meyer's going to be dangerous. Come on, shut him down. So many power plays this period, but can't pull away with it. But we will get the 4-2 victory versus the Sharks. Out shooting them by 13. As Tanev gets his 3rd, Myers already got his 27th goal in the year. Farmerton with his 14th, Top 15th, and Goalsar with his 6th. Oh, and Hampos. Lindholm is now injured. We got Hijack back in the lineup there. No, we're not going to trade Tanev. Minnesota Wild 8-2 in their last 10 games. As we're just still sitting 3rd in our division, 3 points behind the Lightning. First period versus Minnesota Wild, 0-0 through 1. Second period, made that 1-0. Alex Formerton on Fleury. Fleury and Husso having himself a goaltending battle here, battling it out. 10-minute mark, still 1-0. Come on, a nice 2 or 3 goal lead would be nice right about now. And Andrew Cobb gets empty netter, and that's a 2-0 victory for your Tigers. Ville Husso gets the shutout. Formerton with his 15th, top of the 16th. Man, oh man, here we go. The Tigers are starting to pull away this month. That's what you want to see. 7-2-1 now in their last 10 games. And Shane Wright and Lindholm will be back versus the Predators, I'm going to say. As we look at, we'll say the Predators, they'll probably be back. Dallas Stars, 33-20-6. Another hot team going in, playing them in the first. Up 1-0 through 1. Got Nemi on Nettinger. Second period falls apart. They have 4 goals in the second. Can we come back? Kravtsov on Nettinger. We don't have 20 shots on net yet. Come on. But Hijack ties it up on the 20th shot on net. We're down 4-1. Now we have tied it up 4-4. Make that 5-4. Andrew Kopp on Nettinger. Power play for the Stars, but they tie it up as the power play expires. We're down 4-1. Now we're going 5-5 into overtime. Can't complain. And comeback is complete. 6-5 in overtime. Michael McLeod. One of the wildest games of the year so far. My goodness. That's the type of compete you want to see in the team. The non-giving up. Hamilton's buzzing after that one. At the Nashville Predators in town now. Time to make some changes. Alright. And we're going to put Burakovsky back on the second line. Kravtsov on the third. And we'll put Shane Wright back on the first. Shane Wright. And Lindholm back on the first pairing line. Play with Dobson. Power play 1, power play 2. And you know what? Do we have Texier there, or do we have Shane Wright? I'm going to put Shane Wright there. Yeah, we'll keep Shane Wright in the middle. Why not? Alright. Nashville Predators now next up. We have Lindholm and Shane Wright back in the lineup. First period, 1-1 through 1. Cloud and Appleton with the goals. Second period, battle of the Finnish goaltenders here. Mantha gives us a 1-goal lead going into the third. Power play 5-on-3, can't capitalize. Power play for Nashville. They tie it up. Luke Kunin. Oof. Come on. Give us a lead again. Burakovsky on Saros. Matt Duchesne ties it up. And we're going to overtime once again. In overtime. Nothing's going to happen, but we lose in the shootout. 4-3. Get the extra point versus a Western Conference team. McLeod with his 8th, Mantha with his 11th, and Burakovsky with his 12th. Scoring from all three lines tonight. Not enough. Calgary Flames sitting 27, 29, and 4. Alright, can we get a big victory here? First period. 0-0 through 1. Second period. 2-1 Flames through 2. Lindholm with the lone goal. I follow on Markstrom. Then Michel Backlund on Jaden Primo. Just getting some Warrior game time here as Husso's been carrying the rock. Krasov ties it up. Then Mathena on Markstrom. Then Shane Wright. What a flurry of goals here in the third. Can Primo shut the door down now? Offense has come alive to help this young goaltender. And we win 6-3, 5-goal third period. Cops Coliseum must have been going crazy. Lindholm with his 8th. Iafallo with his 17th. Kravtsov with his 7th and 8th. Mantha with his 12th. Shane Wright with his 16th. My goodness. That's what you want to see. Alright, Seattle Kraken, 1936 and 7. Still struggling since coming into this league. Looking to get their 20th win of the year versus the Tigers. First period, 1-0 Kraken. Philip Forsberg on Husso. Second period, 2-0 Eberle on Husso. Yeah, Eberle and Forsberg. Seattle Kraken can move at the trade deadline. Even Yanni Gourde on Husso. Like all those guys, they can move at the deadline for something. See if the Kraken will do something or not. Get some draft picks. Be the smart move. Andrew Kopp gets one on Drew Bauer. Avoids the shutout. The Kraken beat us 3-1. The win streak. The hot month. Can continue. Casey DeSmith. Our backup goalie looks like he's going to be back in the lineup here, so we got some changes to make here. We'll send down Kolesar, so you don't want to rush DeSmith back too soon, like last time. So we have the Boston Bruins, division rival, the last game of this episode before the trade deadline, and a big first period, Anthony Mantha and Shane Wright on Allmark. Second period, we extended to 4-0 now. First line is playing a huge game for us. Can we extend it? Power play, nothing. But Ryan McLeod on Allmark from the circle. It's a 5-0 lead. Then Tyler Janot on Allmark, 6-0 lead. Janot from the point. Then he gets the second of the period. And a 7-0 victory for the Tigers versus the Bruins here. A huge game for your Tigers. Offensively and defensively. Mantha was 13th and 14th on the year. Shane Wright with the 17th, top with his 19th. My goodness. First line came up huge. Combined for 9 points as a line. Alright. Well, we have some deciding to do now. Is we have ourselves a huge month in February. We're still sitting third in the division. But have some ground to make up. Andrew Top leading the team with points with 53. I have Follow with 46. Shane Wright with 41. Burakovsky, Mantha, and Gerard all with 40 or just under. And Chachinani's got 30 points. Dobson 30. Lindholm 30. Texier 27. Formanton McLeod 26-24. Deneau. Alright, you know what? That's not bad. Even our bottom forwards got some decent points. But Billy Husso, 916 save percentage. J.C. DeSmith, 903 243. But hey, Caden Primo, 932 178 since his call up. That's huge. That's awesome. That is your future back up for us next year then. With those stats, my goodness. Gotta love to see that. And we are sitting 36-20-7 with 196 goals for, 176 against. Scoring more than Tampa Bay Lightning. But Toronto Maple Leafs 232 goals for. Wow. Power play is still struggling. Penalty kills not great. So special teams may be killing us a little bit, but other than that, that's an impressive run in our first year. Let's just see if we can keep it going here. See if we can add a little bit more to our top six at this trade deadline. But until then, we're signing off. See you later, Crash Nation. We'll see you at the trade deadline. Till then, have a good one. Cheers.